still getting set up, so give me a couple of moments. Okay.
I am at your service.
Whoa, that's loud. Let's see.
Let's seize the moment.
I can go back to my ship. I can wander around some more. There's something. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay, that's the right button. Straight up stealing stuff from people randomly. What is this? Psychoconductive frame. Your Cyber Raven gains plus 20 willpower and plus 50% maximum wounds. What the hell is a Cyber Raven? I don't... What? Is that like the Cyber Mastiff? At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband. Cool. Oops, that's not... Yeah. There we go. What's that? Strange memo, the holy book by the altar. That void damn customs guy, he is always on duty. He should be, that's his job. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. That's
Forge ahead.
peculiar. What did it say? Corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved into a crack between the boxes. One of the hands is clutching a bloodstained paper. Bloodstained paper. Damn, that's unfortunate. Hangar A1. Wait, there's still loot over here. Oh, it's probably that paper. There we go. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out to their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy, Casbalica, Corda, Von Valancius, their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much as you can carry. ANV. 1 second, I need to... Oh, did I misnumber this? No, I got it the right number. Why is it not working? Hold on a second. Okay. I'll just take that. Something over here I didn't loot. Oh. What's this? Oh, one. Oh, that's a code. I bet you there's...
Marching ahead.
Okay, so there's a 3 digits from 1 to 5. And I don't know the code for it. But I've discovered other things to loot. There might be a code somewhere. Oh, was it that again? Damn it. Oh, it is both these things. There's a thing over here, thing over there. Papers. I'm ready to inform you that 2 days ago, the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, several number FVDA 1-16165 was stolen along with its contents. Interesting. Regains 15 coercion. If the wearer is the arbitrator, they gain plus 20 coercion instead. Damn. I am not an arbiter, so, and I don't have one as part of my retinue yet. I might get one. Maybe. The wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. Oh. That's neat. I don't really use grenades, so. Cyber Eagle. I don't have Cyber Eagles either. I got something for Cyber Ravens. Cyber Eagles. There's still a lootable over here. What is that? Hello. Now is our... Oh, I already saw this before. Hello. Container is marked foodstuffs, but it is empty, and by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while.
Stay sharp.
Interesting. There's a person over here. Or a thing. Oh, hello. What the hell are those? Are those servitors? The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. Ooh, excuse me. The skin on his hands is a sickly gray hue. Is of a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. I've never seen, as far as I know of, that's a totally new word to me. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is fully authorized representative structural part of the Cognizance Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trades, deals, donations. Initiating greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glory, success to House Valancius. A Benheric aria begins to flow from the scratched vox attached to the text priest's chest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation Logisticar Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of binary signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. What is Logisticar Theta? Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran years ago, the Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representatives authorized units of the Von Valancius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalon Void Takers. That sounds like a lot. Like a lot. And it's high-grade promethium? Damn. Received it, and then they didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal from the can be made to Von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance, payment, and reciprocal. What does this mean? Mobile Extractium, a mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to maintenance of its sacred mechanisms, blah blah blah. Shoot, which one should I do? because there's this. I think I'll get plenty of time to make them happy, so I think I will take the loot this time. Oh, I got 2 of them. The request is succeeded. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation, Los Tagar Theta, is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House Valencius for its cooperation. I seek friendship with the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Blep, 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 blep. It's willing to provide services. Oop. Like a little chunk of feather just flew right by me. I thought it was a bug at first. Any samples of sacred technology, sample of profane xenotech, miscellaneous items, reminder, storage, study, and or disposal of the aforementioned objects with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items. I don't know what all that means. That's a bunch of words. Why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy? Cognizance fleet finds it's reasonable to believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violations that go against the omnicide. Okay, so they're hoarding it the same way they do any advanced technology. That makes sense. I kind of figured that was what it was. An example that demonstrates the outline pattern of void station in the system Langren's belt. According to the data available to the Cognizance fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is a high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. What do you want information about planets? Omnifaceted study of the Coronis Expanse is the sacred mission operational objective of the Cognizance fleet. Sorry, I have to yawn again. Information about the planets and star systems of the Cronus Expanse will be compiled, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. I have some questions. Opticon 22, that's a strange name. The designation Opticon is an identifier with an illustrious history, a significant number of archive references, and is used by explorators of the Cognizance fleet. The Extension 22 is a custom edition made by the current unit, designed to highlight the unit's unique personality. So, many people have had the name Opticon. He decided to add 22 because he's the 22nd person who has had either this title or name. I think it's more of a title. Or a redesignation. Kind of like James Bond as a cover ID. Or 007 or whatever. I don't know how the full lore works modernly. But that is pretty cool looking. But it's something like that. What is the Cognizance fleet? The Cognizance fleet is an explorator fleet formed, produced by the Adeptus Mechanicus for the purpose of surveying, optionally conquering the Coronis Expanse. The fleet's core squadron, is located in data classified, while auxiliary echelons and autonomous void vessels are operating throughout the entirety of the Coronis Expanse. May the Omnissiah's favor be with you, my tech comrades. Pascal reverently touches the Explorator insignia on his robe. You're an Explorator? Then why are you here instead of exploring faraway systems? The unit functioned as a senior planetary scout for the duration of data-classified procedural cycles. It was distinguished with 3 promotions by 1 grade and the right to a Tier 2 sacred augmentation. A notion in the fleet-wide archive is as a valuable unit. So I guess he got promoted to a desk job. I mean, a lot of the tech priests are super old, so it makes sense. He's got these combat units around him because there are gangs roaming around. He's got to protect himself and the other tech priests around him. I think those are technomats. Actually, I'm not sure. I think that's a technomat. Nah, it's probably just another priest. It's hard to tell what their rank is. I'm not fully sure. Technomat. I think I called them techmats. I think they're technomats. Those are like the low down tech priests or the technomats. Charged with mundane repairs and stuff. Like the most basic ones. Under a reconnaissance mission in the Tenaris system, this unit was promoted to the rank of Logis and transferred to Footfall in order to perform the functions appropriate for its current status. There is something close to a wistfulness in Opticon 22's otherwise emotionless face. My archive contains data on the reconnaissance of the Tenaris system and the associated special circumstances. I express my respect for a veteran and adherent of the fleet. Valid assessment. The Tenaris system was a great test of faith, an assessment of the unit's durability threshold, an act of destructive xenocide. Oh, that sucks. I get that humanity is super xenophobic and all that, but like me in the current world that I reside in, I mourn the loss of biodiversity. Pascal, Opticon 22, turn to you and snap unison. Data classified. What are you doing at Footfall? I just asked them that, man. Why are you here and not, say, at Legis Palace? Because he's doing the things here. I want to make a trade deal. So I have a profit factor of 20. I don't know how this works. Oh, can I not just like give him stuff? What are these? Oh, melt charges. I'm gonna keep those on me. I guess I'll keep those on me too. I have heretical trophies. So that adds 150. Yeah, that's also 150. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have put that in cargo. I have to go and find it because I don't want to. I don't want to get rid of it. They just gave it to me. Should have saved before doing all this. Where did I? Oh no. Where did it go? Must have passed it. I hope I didn't sell it. I might have sold it. I don't think I did. Might have to. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. So I don't want to get rid of that. Um, I'll trade that. I have plenty of these. Armor. Uh, these aren't worth a whole lot. That's worth a decent amount. I'm gonna go. Ooh, that's a lot. There we go. So, do I get everything up to this point? What the hell is this? Charge generator. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a dead eye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by -1 and applies +1 exploit until the end of combat. Deflection gloves. These gloves allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with their ranged weapon using ballistic skill instead of weapon skill. Ooh, that would be good for what's her face? Argenta. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. Because I think my profit. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. I don't lose profit factor. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and take these. I would take that, but I don't have the profit factor yet. I'll take that too. Why not? I'll take those two. I'll take everything. What's a Weber? Weber. Target hit by this weapon must pass an agility resistance test or become immobilized for 1 round. At the end of its turn, the affected target must pass an agility resistance test to remove the effect or suffer direct damage equal to the target's agility bonus. Huh. Interesting. This manual grants the owner plus 12 to Medicae. It also grants plus toughness bonus MP after using a medkit. Interesting. Oh, I want to put that on. Oh, it's just a plasma pistol, not a plasma rifle. Still, plasma's pretty good. Inertia boots. If the wearer's melee attack is dodged, parried, or scores a critical hit, the wearer regains plus agility bonus movement points and does not provoke attacks of opportunity till the end of turn. Portative. Using reload for any weapon costs 1 AP less. That would be good for, what's her face? Omnissiah Axe. Ooh, I would put that on Pascal. Although he might already have this, but no, he might have something similar. But this is Will to Live. That's a 4-sword. Enemies adjacent to the wearer have their toughness reduced by -0. The wearer sword deals an additional. What is the bonus? What is it drawing bonus from? Precise las gun. Okay, so it's actually quite helpful to get your rank up with these dudes. Power axe. Can't scroll down on it. Invigorating result. That's a necklace. When the wearer and allies in a 2-cell radius gain momentum, they also gain an equal amount of temporary wounds. Damn, that's pretty good. Oh, heavy plasma. That would be good for Pascal, but that's 40, and I need a lot of reputation with them. Slick body glove, 40%. Damn. Box beacon. If the wearer is the overseer, their first overseer archetype ability in this round costs 0 AP. Eh? It's okay. Arc rifle. Wheeler hits a target with the arc rifle. The attack also targets, or they also attack all targets within 2 cells of the main target. Dougie, get off my bike, you goober. And that's Meadow yelling. She's very excited about something. She's very happy. Hey! Loki went over and started nipping at her. What are you nipping at her for, you goober? Do you want her to preen you? She's not gonna. They don't even preen each other. My budgies like each other, but they don't preen each other for some reason. Beat of concentration. The wearer gains an additional +1 AP for a consecutive turn. For each consecutive turn that the wearer has not moved. Stacks up to 5 times. Yo, that's good. You could definitely build up some stuff with that. The user gains +4 temporary wounds from combat stimulants. Meh. Meh. Deadly repeater. Range. Oh, rate of fire is 1. I was like, range of 1? What? Eh. Visor of inevitability. Alright. It won't let me. Force field emitter. After using run and gun, the wearer gains +15% cover efficiency when in cover for 1 round. Meh. What's the difference between these two? They're the exact same. Oh, nope. That one has a better shield block chance. By 5%. So that makes it worth it, I guess. Heavy emergency cutter. What is that? A saw? 2-handed melee. Counts as a sword. I guess. Each attack with this saw increases the wielder's crit hit damage by 2%. Bonus stacks until lasts until the end of combat. Yo, 50% armor penetration. The damage on it's okay, I guess. Maybe. The fact that it goes up in crit damage. Focus melta gun. Range is only 5. That's not very high. Damn. Yep, that's heavy armor. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, that would be real good. Damn. Some of this stuff later on is really impressive. Oh, hello. What have you got? Ooh, what's that? Enforcer Light Carapace. I'm trying to remember all the buttons, how the buttons do. Okay, so I have a 20%. 25. This armor, ooh. That's pretty good. Alright, she wears light armor. Let's see, she's wearing this, so... It's the same thing, but she looks cooler with it. Neat! Look, quick save again.
What advice do you seek?
I don't know the code on that. I might figure it out later. Maybe. Oops. To the rest of Footfall, yeah, that's where I'm going. Atrium or Shadow Quarters? What the hell are... I don't know what the difference is between either of these, but apparently I have a quest in the Atrium, so I'm gonna go there. I'm being endlessly yelled at by a budgie. It's Meadow again. I think she's calmed down for a little bit.
Let's see this through.
I am forever
Spoke too
astonished
soon.
that Reverend Hieronymus makes do with that shoebox of a chapel in the atrium for his servants. Footfall has several temples, far more befitting his status.
The Drusians are a unique order. They teach people to be content with little, and they follow that principle themselves.
Okay, so I hit X before really doing the thing and it automatically went somewhere. There we go. Goods. Ooh. Yes. These columns appeared here when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in the stars. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's so animated today. Out of the way of that servitor. We're just stealing things off of this station. The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twist faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Instigator, just cut their throats already. What were they thinking, letting a ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Hello. Hieronymus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in a simple black raiment. He looks more blue. Blue screen? Whatever. Cuts through the crowd. Like a void ship across the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. Intervene. What's going on here? several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? I can announce myself. I'm not gonna threaten them. I am an envoy of the Von Valencia's dynasty, or I can say, let's announce myself. The rabble-rouser laughs uproariously, and I am Incendia Corda, cut the guff. Her ladyship Theodora is head of the... I saw her with my own eyes. She came to Footfall, and you don't look much like her. Silence, you must be completely out of your minds. A band of woeful, dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice, who are you to pass judgment on anyone. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want these heretics to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the golden throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of the humanity from nightmares? Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. Let's see. The onlookers, the people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Row. I will speak with you later. Comply or face the consequences. The rabble-rousers look at you morosely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. The refugees use the interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Row. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly. Then eyes shift to you. I am Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk later. We can talk then. I think I came here to speak with you. Like this specific region of the ship. I don't know. But is this another... Yeah, I'm just gonna collect all that.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Athletics 100%.
That was barely a challenge.
That was barely a challenge. I'm gonna steal his thing. Where is he? Oh, there he is. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bones fixes his unblinking, bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments. Not according to his art. Excuse me a second. I can't yawn enough. Like, it doesn't yawn deep enough for some reason. I had this problem yesterday too. There's no adornments, and they do nothing to mask the unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice, he says, "The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. Throw him a couple of coins. A holy man are you? Here, some alms for you." But he also protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of the pride of most degenerate. Dogmatic, make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. Where's my heretical? Have no doubt about me. I'm a complete reprobate and an inveterate miscreant whose existence is an affront to the Emperor. And you must be the young von Valancius. The name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. For the reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry onward and picking them along the way like a ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? Keep up this attitude and you'll be featuring mine in my next confession. I do not wish to enter a debate with you. A predictable response. He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was the pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend. It led me to be known to let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancia's ship was attacked by servants of the archenemy who appall the heart of any righteous soul. I don't know why I'm having difficulty reading all this. I think my eyes just aren't working. Oh, I thought I washed my face good. I still got sleep stuff in my eyes. Excuse me. There we go. She says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valancia's dynasty from the forces of the archenemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of the guarding the Footfall reliquary. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. That just means they'll have someone else do it. Oh my goodness, she is so noisy today. Meadow! Shh. Hush. Hush. Give me a second.
Distribution of rations has been replaced with additional mandatory prayer sessions. Find strength in your faith.
Okay, so I gave her a little bit of a bath. I thought it would help wash her face off and keep her a little calm. It's kind of working a little bit. For a little bit, not really. She's not as loud, she's still a little chirpy. Alright, so, sorry about that. Artemis smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader's sister Argenta. You seek combat, or it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. Oh, I have access to that. In the darkest corner where the Legion's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the archenemy is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. Blue and gold, that sounds like something of the Final Dawn, doesn't it? Perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that they're evil. That evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. I come across heresy surprisingly often these days. We will verify this rumor, Hieronymus. With great pleasure, Argenta lays a hand on her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, Sister Noble Wilbur. I still find that funny. Is there more you wish to ask about me? No, I'm good. Ooh, hello. More papers to pick up. It's gonna be more... Yep. More of that.
Let's seize the moment.
Is this another thing? Is this more and more? We need no rulers or leaders. Rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are forces. I've already found that before too. Not as many as the one that gutting all the people and things. First mate Dagon. Cas Bellardo. Hello. The low hum of voices quiets and a dozen gazes shift to you. First mate Dagon. The tall man with a shaved head is rubbing his hands together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly bursting at the seams on his muscular body. Oh boy. And his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he's trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be. He glances at the scroll. You must have me confused with someone else. I am Wilbur, envoy of the Von Valancius dynasty. He rubs his hands together anxiously. Von Valancius, you're not on the list, but that hardly matters. All doors on Footfall are open to a representative of Lady Theodora. Please come right in, Captain. Chaplain. Excuse me, not Captain. Chaplain is about to begin. Now, where is the last attendee? Fidelio. Fidelio. Upon hearing the name Valancius, the person overseeing the studies servitor. Let's see. You catch sight of something odd. Before stepping away from you, the man gestures subtly to a nearby servitor, giving it some kind of command. The servitor quickly removes the bottles of Amasec. It's a type of alcohol. I think it's a whiskey. Hold on. Let's a potent alcoholic drink of varying quality, widely available across the Imperium. Give it some kind of command to the glass set out to the attendees. Look, the gathering you've found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. The decorations and it's Dougie's turn to start making budgie sounds. I think Meadow is napping because she flew around a bunch because she didn't want to take a bath. I'm going to turn the AC off for a little bit. Man, it gets so much quieter when there's no AC going. The respectful clothes, the decoration of the attendees' clothes speak of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the Liege's residence, but you notice that most of those gathered are of rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they are covering the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. I wonder who this Fidelio is and why they cannot start proceedings until he or she appears. Judging by the way that fellow with the list was talking about this individual, it's someone very important, but it's not a name I've heard before. I have never heard of it before either. What is this place? What is going on? Dear, I know nothing about this place, but I can feel there's something in the works here. I sense danger and opportunity. That is, a little danger, but a big opportunity. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Oh! Looks like a funeral. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and soul of Footfall Society, a loyal servant of the Imperium, a generous benefactor who spared no expense to keep the fire of faith burning, and an example of all future generations, the most noble and unforgettable Master Bellardo. His loss, the fuzzy administratum. Let's see, what's that? Uh, Adeptus Administratum, the bureaucratic organization, the Imperium, responsible for levying tithes, distributing resources, and performing countless other administrative functions. Administrator speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at a paper with text on it. His speech drags on and on, blending into the monotonous cascade of praise of the late Master Bellardo. Time passes, 20 minutes. So let us offer a prayer to the Emperor for repose of Master Bellardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs. I now pass you over to our most reverend chaplain. A formidable man dressed in attire of an ecclesiarchy missionary glares at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer a prayer then. But if you think that the Emperor or the messenger of his will, in other words myself, does not see your vile souls, you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives a slight nod. I wasn't referring to our esteemed guest, but the rest of you know all. I know all too well. Nice. So go ahead, pray for Bellardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him. A fitting end to a life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without another word, Chaplain makes the sign Aquila, and pointedly turns away from the attendees. Okay. Who the heck is this dude? Whoever prepared the body of the gray-haired man lying in this coffin, they did a good job. Even in death, he looks majestic. Abelard maintains a grave expression. Uh-oh, only 95% chance. Abelard maintains a grave expression befitting the occasion. Until he sees the face of the deceased, he frowns. He peers at it with suspicion. Then he gasps, astonished, almost dazed. I'll be. This is quite the meeting. If it can be called such under the circumstances. Succeeded. The implants left in the deceased body speak of his high standing. Expensive tech is typically extracted from the dead, and only the most prominent and wealthy avoid this fate upon their death. Abelard, who is this man? Do I would tell you all about this man, but the words I'd use would be improper for a funeral. This, your lordship, is Jerrican Dens, known back in the day as one of the most notorious pirates in the Coronis Expanse. So all those nobles were just pirate lords. Cool. I attended a pirate funeral by accident. They nicknamed him Jerry Can for his habit of having a jug or two of Promethium on hand. He did love burning things. Oh yes. He was a menace back then. How long ago? 60 years? I was serving my last days in the Navy when news came of his latest attack. Abelard distractedly runs a hand through his hair. Well, well. There was a time when the sight of Jerrican in a coffin, coffee would be much different. Would have been enough to take me make me dance, quite literally, by the throne. I would have danced a jig on the spot, but now I don't know. No, no more jumping into the warp right from under the cruiser's nose. Eh, you old beast? Who would have thought I'd be at your funeral? This is very grand for a pirate's funeral. Is this normal for Footfall? Folks on Footfall are known to turn a blind eye to many things, but even locals aren't so unscrupulous as to honor pirate scum a few paces away from the Legion's residence. No one has heard of dens for so many decades. I barely recognized him myself, and I've seen his face on pics a fair few times back then. I assumed he retired and started a more or less honest life under a new name. What was it they called him? Master Bellardo? Now I remember. Reverend Hieronymus mentioned the name Master Bellardo as one of the biggest donors to the temple. Huh. So he did go straight in
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Okay. Let's go loot whatever this is. Just loot. I find it funny that there's so many people here that just do not care that I'm just taking things. Efficient armor body glove. I don't think I have anybody. Possibly her. Oh, actually, maybe my main guy. What am I wearing? This? Yeah. And then I will swap her over to this one.
Stay sharp.
Cast Bellardo. Bellardo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. A man of indeterminate age turns to you and sighs loudly. You can tell by his breath that he came from to the ceremony after indulging in 1 or 2 glasses of strong drink. Good sir of House Valencius, I'm ever so glad to see at least one decent person in this crowd. His eyes narrow. Can we talk? Support from an envoy of an esteemed dynasty could very much help to prevent a terrible injustice from happening. You know what? All of you pirate scum disgust me. You should not be allowed to walk freely in the Imperial Station. What is this injustice that I'm supposed to prevent from occurring? Well, sorry. Cough just snuck up on me. I went out biking yesterday, so I'm all full of dust. The lawful heir is being robbed of his inheritance. My dear father left his entire fortune, down to the last coin, to some nobody, a certain Fidelio, who hasn't even bothered to come to his funeral. I'm left with nothing. Do you think that's fair? Your nobility, you of all people must realize how wrong and unacceptable this situation is. So I thought maybe you could lend me a hand somehow, for the sake of friendship and future keeper of the Bellardo fortune, me, and for the sake of justice, of course. To turn a funeral rite into a stepping stone for one's covetous desires is blasphemy. to dispute the will of the dead is doubly blasphemous. Cabela's dark eyes seemed to burn through the man, making him swallow nervously and avert his eyes. I thought she had blue eyes, or a blue eye. I can't tell, although it's just the art. The art is not going to be 100% representative. Why did your father disinherit you? As if I know, the old man wasn't a heart-to-heart sort of person. Right up until the announcement of his last will and testament, I had no idea he'd put me in the doghouse. Who's Fidelio? I have absolutely no idea. Zero. There's a will, there's a name, that's it. Maybe they're my father's by blow, some brother or sister I never knew I had. Maybe they're a whore who brightened his funeral, his final days. I get the feeling the old louse chaplain knows. He's always known more about father's business than any of us, but he's keeping quiet. I will consider this offer. Much obliged. Thank you for speaking to me. Goodbye. What did Bellardo die of? Age, debauchery, old wounds. By the end, my old man was more implant than man. Especially after the assassination attempt. People tried to kill him, you see, about 12 years ago. Alright, bye. I'm going to speak with
Onward to victory.
Chaplain, if I can. Where? Book of Remembrance. Let's see. Among the words of parting and praise deceased, a fresh entry stands out. Repentance with signature underneath Fid. The letters are crabbed and barely legible. That's a clerk. Where is he even in the area? Chaplain's right there. There he is. Up close, Chaplain leaves an even stronger impression. A tall, burly man whose face and hands bear numerous scars. His entire visage seems to tell the story of many heretics who met their end upon their encounter with this adept of true faith. Chaplain gives a respectful nod. May Saint Drusus protect you from illness and misfortune. I'm surprised to see a noble figure such as yourself here. Did you know? No, I did not. I came here by chance. And I will consider this a stroke of good luck. Dens would be chuffed to have someone of your standing at his funeral. I bet he would. Call the parties involved. It's time to discuss a matter of the will. The esteemed Master Bellardo was so Bellardo has left his certain Fidelio. Who is this mysterious person? I am a missionary of Saint Drusus, and the truth. Hold on a second. The birds are in the bathroom. I want to prevent them from pooping all over stuff. I have returned. I'm a missionary of St. Drusus, and the truth of the Imperium speaks through me, so I see no point in pretense. All who have gathered here have one goal, to bite a chunk out of Denz's estate. Ambition and aspirations of wealth are not immoral in and of themselves, but, Chaplain grimaces, it's just that I'm sickened by the thought of such a great man is left behind nothing but a pile of... Really, he's a great man. He's a pirate, though. He killed a lot of people. Pile of human refuse. His son is a drunk and a weakling. His friend Dagon, the one who greeted you at the entrance, is a dim-witted brute with an incredibly bloated ego. His widow made off on the family yacht in the direction of the Maw while his body was still warm, with an entourage of 5 brawny, good-looking young fellows. The esteemed Master Bellardo was a pirate. Chaplain chuckles. The scars of his face grow even more prominent. Do you know why they call me Chaplain? It's because I was the priest on Denz's ship in his wilder years. Oh. Interesting. If you're surprised, you shouldn't be. There are plenty of heretic scum among the pirates of the Expanse, but Denz wasn't one of them. He was a true believer, and he shared more than the Imperium's ideals than some of the stiff-necked officers. A leader with an iron fist and iron will. Don't we owe our conquest to a conquest of thousands of stars systems to people like that? Sorry, I'm like messing that up. And the ones he robbed were mostly types of that no true subject of the Imperium would shed a tear over. Xenos, heretics. Not all of them, of course, but the Emperor will judge if Denz was a decent man. Fidelio. I haven't the faintest idea. And I think that no one present knows either. Or 24 hired killers would have already begun a manhunt for this Fidelio. Wherever they are, wherever they may be hiding, this is, after all, a significant inheritance. And the other claimants are not exactly pleased of being left out of the will. Chaplain's eyes narrow a little. I can see that you're intrigued. I must say I am too. Ever since I heard of my friend's death, I couldn't stop thinking about the mystery of his will. You have the Von Valancius name and title. Perhaps you can pull more out of the guests here than I could. Here is the only clue I've got. Denz mentioned the name Fidelio to me only once. It was a long time ago. He was very drunk. He latched onto my robes and said, I hope that these are his exact words. I owe Fidelia, if not for the repentance. How strange, aren't you, Master Bellardo's confessor, Chaplain? How could anyone other than you have told him to repent? I didn't, that's for sure. I can't imagine what he meant by it. I would like to discuss with you. I'm listening. So, Dens mentioned Fidelio and repentance. Yes, but what? I think I might know the answer. Clearly. I just don't know yet. There's an entry in the book of the Remembrance about repentance. The book writing looks fresh. Could Fidelio have left it? That's odd. I've been watching the guests, and I know everyone here. If you're not Fidelio, then no one here is Fidelio. Well, unless they were able to get in undetected. The area around the book is completely open. If Chaplin is telling the truth, and he really does know all the guesses by sight, then the words could only have been left by someone with a free run of the courtyard. Someone who wouldn't attract attention. Maybe Fidelio will make themselves known once Dens's will is made public. Maybe they will, but I would like to know for certain. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make a whole hard save here.
Marching ahead.
I don't know what's going on. Ceremony guest. First mate Dagon. The tall man who welcomed you at the entrance, shifting from foot to foot, keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. Lord von Valencius, could you spare a moment of your time? I'd very much like to talk with you. You never introduced yourself. I'm Dagon Othio. I was first mate on Dens's ship. Master Bellardo. Given the deceased's former occupation, I have a good idea of what role you played under his command. Dagon smirked. They used to call me Torch. He's Jerry Can, I'm Torch. Those were the days. How did Bellardo die? Badly. He went downhill real fast just a year ago. He was still living it up, storming the slum asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants. And then all of a sudden, he was done. His old wounds had caught up with him, and he had plenty of those, both from the old days and more recent ones, like when somebody tried to bump him off 12 years back, I think it was.